Celtic druids back at it with trouble. This time, they've conjured into existence some kind of strange purple superhuman super soldier serum. This brew is known for making men into beasts. True, incredible beasts of incredible strength and athletic feats. Purple, powerful Celtic monstrosities of war. These berserking brutes will unleash utter chaos into anyone who dares challenge them in the battlefield. They will stop at nothing to ensure the safety and protection of their Celtic homeland and their Celtic beliefs, traditions, and culture.
I tell you what, that Celtic druid brew really does turn you purple.
Gee, I didn't think they were being serious when they said that this Celtic brew actually turned me purple. Well, I can say I do feel a little bit of a difference.
And there he is, the great and powerful Celtic warlord. Right beside him, the Druids. He has assembled a massive and very, very powerful Celtic army to fight today, which includes these purple beasts, drinkers of the brew. Plenty of spear soldiers and plenty of cavalry accompany him today. This is a very, very massive and indeed very, very powerful Celtic army. Across from him, my German Gothic army stands patiently, waiting for the onslaught. Alright, so at the center of my army I have double lines of archers. They are to serve two purposes. One is to provide arrow cover for the rest of the army, and the other is to serve as bait. My back line being stretched further than my first line in order to cover more area with arrow fire. And then going outward into formation, I have spears, and at the very end I have elite Gothic swordsmen in order to hold up the end of my formation, the end of my lines, and so that the way they can get freed up faster, and that way they can close in on the enemies that are tied up fighting my spears, and we can kind of close in and engulf the enemy army that way. At least that's my plan. I have some Gothic cavalry to the side here, and then I also have some Gothic cavalry hidden away in the trees, and I'm going to leave them in reserve until the perfect time to strike, so that way we can get in behind the enemy and do a lot of real damage. Okay, so right now we are waiting for the battle to start. The Celtic army is marching through the forest. The entirety of their army is marching into view. They are now beginning to charge my formation. with what appears to be nearly the entirety of their army, just the entire thing, charging forward. Quite a big army they have, quite a big line they have here. And they're getting closer and closer. The engagement's just about to begin, and then right here they move their cavalry behind my lines. Now I do trust that my elite swordsmen on the end can hold up for a while if they get charged, but I do know that this is dangerous. I move my general in to hold them off, tie them down, and I also have the bulk of my cavalry marching down there, riding down there rather, to actually deal with that. So they do get a charge and surround my swordsmen. So my elite swordsman on this flank, on my left flank, is now completely engaged with the enemy, and my general is engaged trying to hold off this cavalry long enough for the rest of my other 2 units of cavalry to get here. I still do have those other cavalry units that are in reserve too, that are not being used at the moment. And my swordsmen do hold up, and they do win the engagement on this side. So that's good. That's why I put them on the side, keep the side strong. So some Celtic warriors got us right down over here. And here we have those purple berserking brutes routing my right hand side of my army. So it is not looking too good on my right side. And on my left side over here, it is looking pretty good. And so their general unit is down here engaged with mine. This is a very important fight right here. His general cavalry fighting with my general's cavalry. Bodyguard cavalry against bodyguard cavalry.
The enemy warlord is
falls in
dead,
battle.
slain
The
by your
enemy
brave
general
warrior.
Falls in battle in a fight against my general unit. We win. We did have some archer support too, so thank you to those guys. Over here we have a lot of enemy soldiers over here trying to break through the left hand side of my army. This side that did very well and still is holding up. They are failing at doing that. My cavalry engaged. So all of my cavalry is now engaged and picking off their split up units. I think at this point most of their army is either killed or routing, running away. We still have some fighting over here, but now that unit's starting to rout, starting to run. Still have a lot of my elite swordsmen in the fight. My cavalry chasing this unit of Celtic warriors off the battlefield. Some Celtic swordsmen still got some fight left in them. There are the druids. Druids somehow still alive. They probably avoided a lot of direct combat. We're not really worried about them. If they engage, they will be slaughtered, which eventually I do end up slaughtering them. Here they're doing like a ritual. It's not going to do any good. They are going to be slaughtered. So one of the last units coming up here is actually the berserkers. They're the purple berserkers. The serum sipping purple berserkers. Here they are. It's Celtic berserkers. So they're one of the last Celtic units actually standing. They're very powerful. They are very, very powerful. So I'm sending a good deal of what I have down there to deal with that. Over here we have some Celtic spear guys, Celtic spear warriors in a defensive position, trying to hold off. Not really much left of the army though, of the Celtic army. Still a good bit stands of ours, however. So my formation did hold off. Here you see the dead, some of the dead druids and some of their purple warriors. So we did end up killing those druids that were doing that ritual taunt over there. We slaughtered them, massacred them and their purple brutes. So this is pretty much it. The rest of their army that does stand, they can see the writing on the wall. It's pretty evident that they have no more hope. They are losing this battle. So we destroy this last unit, and then their morale is completely gone. The entire
We need
army
fight
is
no
in
more.
retreat.
The enemy are in full flight,
We
and the victory
killed
is yours.
1,337 of them. They only killed 652 of us. 862 of our men still stand. Only 151 of theirs still stands to run away. So that was a great battle. That was a very powerful enemy that I defeated there.